Good morning, good morning. Daylight savings changed today, so it's 1 hour later than what it was yesterday. I'm about to head to the go-kart track. It's the first have a go practice day down there, and my partner Evan races go-karts as well as speedway, and my daughter, Evan's bought my daughter one. So this will be her first time having a go. So I'll go and have a watch. I typically don't really do. He started go-karting last year, but it runs over the same season as Speedway pretty much. And it's usually on a Sunday. Speedway's on a Saturday. And I just said to him, look, it's too much for me. Like during term time, my weekend time is really, really valuable. So it's one or the other, and I'd rather go to Speedway, so that's what I do. Partners don't have to do everything together, people. So I'm just about ready to head down. I was just in the bathroom, and I heard this commotion out here, and a bloody blackbird was flying around in here, and it was panicking trying to get out. Luckily it got out. Woke the cat up. The cat was like, what? Food? Food is flying. So I've just been into the wardrobe in the dressing room and pulled all my summer clothing out, and I've hung it under the carport where the clothesline is to give everything a good air out. Now I actually broke one of the clotheslines, one of the original ones I put up. The weight was just too much, so I'll show you what we've done. Because it's all been packed away in that little cupboard. That looks like a laundry. So I've put the racks out. There's the odd bit hanging up amongst the washing that is actually drying. But yeah, this one here came down. This went kadoosh. I was like, oh, thank goodness the ground is dry. But you can see there's a good bit of airflow under here. I'd say about 90% of my clothes out here are handmade, and I'd say most of the other ones are thrifted. There might be the odd thing that I bought brand new, but not much. I can't see anything at the moment. So yes. So I will find my hat. The weather forecast is for, come on Digger, is for 23 degrees today, would you believe? It's going to be warm. So I thought this dress would be good because it's got sort of longer sleeves. I won't get sunburnt. Yeah. Right. I'll get the odd clip down there. I'll just use my phone. And I'll catch you guys a little bit later. back home. I do have a confession to make though. After I stayed at the go-kart track, the kart track, for long enough to see both Evan and Jess jump in their karts and do some roundies. It was Jess's first time, so I just wanted to be there and see her first go. And thought, right, I need to go and get some gas for the car, and I'll just pop into the warehouse because you remember that grass woven bowl I bought the other day? It was too small. I measured the inside edge of the tray. I measured a 33 centimetre diameter, and so when I saw there was a bowl for 31 centimetres, I thought, well, that's fine, they'll just nestle in perfect. But the bowl's slightly shaped kind of like that, and so it was actually the top edge that was 31 and the bottom edge was even narrower, so it actually was too small in the space. So I thought, I'll just whip in, because I'm at that end of town anyway, I'll just grab the biggest one and that should fit in there perfect. So I did. I have another one of these. However, I saw some other things. Right, so I got some more solar powered string lights. I had some on the olive tree and down in this garden here, but they've stopped working and they can't be fixed, so bought some more. And then I got some knickers. It's the only time you're ever going to see my knickers. And then I went into the garden centre and I had a little look around the plants, but nothing kind of jumped out at me. And I saw these, and they are tomato cages. So I bought 2 of those for the tomatoes that I've got planted up against the fence. And there's those 2. 1, 2. And then I thought, well, actually, while I'm here, I might as well look to see if they've got anything cool looking as a trellis for me to grow my cucumbers or my gherkins and my loofahs on. And I found these. So they're a willow trellis. They open out like so. They're only $6 each. But what I want to do is put the plants at the fence end of the garden, of the raised garden, but inside the raised garden, and then have this leaning from the garden up to the fence, and then technically they'll grow across here and the fruit will dangle, and I'll be able to harvest the fruit easily. So I've got 2 of those. And then I thought, before I leave, I'll just have a look at the books, because I was really surprised at the really low price of that book I bought the other day. So I'll just have a look. I'll just grab a pile of books that I like the look of, and I'll scan them and see how cheap they are. So I got that one. Let me see if I can find. Let me just put my goggles on. Really liked. And I love that. Lots and lots of stuff. Then I got this one here. I looked this one up actually. She's a New Zealand author. It's still selling for $67 at Paper Plus, and I paid $4 for it. Wendell Nisson has written books on like natural cleaners and all sorts of stuff over the years, and I love them. So I got this one, and it's called Natural Care, Taking Care of Yourself the Natural Way, and it's more like, it does have some recipes, but it's more of a almost like a physical / mental health type thing. So I thought that'd be quite a nice one to read at night. Oh, and we had this one here. And I thought, well, our house is small, so small space style. That might give me some tips on ways to make the most of the space. I'm just trying to find. I mean, like, isn't that cool? Actually, even just look at the back cover, pretty. And then the last but not least, oh no, was it this one here? It wasn't the Wendell Nissan one that was really expensive, it was this one here. That was the one that was still being sold for a lot of money. So this is, and yeah, it's just got some really lovely ideas in it. A lot of it's probably stuff I already know, but I sort of thought I'll have a read through it and might give it to my daughter. So yeah, that's me. I've pulled a chicken that's been butterflied out of the freezer, so we'll have that later on. But for now, we're just gonna chill, rest, and we'll see what the afternoon brings. Now I've got the burps because I had a ham sandwich. Sandwich, not sandwich. Right. I've done something exciting. I've signed up for a mystery knit along, and no, it's not Stephen West. I tried Stephen West in 2022, was it the Twist and Turns? I got behind, and then when I saw how the pattern was going, I was like, I don't like that. So I stopped. But my lovely friend Emma, all the way over in the UK, she sent me a link to it in Instagram messages and said, oh, this looks good or something, and I thought, oh. And so yeah, this is Into the Hoods by Laura Nelkin. Now, I don't know where I've been all my knitting life, but I've never heard of her. But I looked at the YouTube video that she did to kind of introduce it and talk about what you need and everything, and I thought, oh, actually this looks really good. So it starts, the first clue is on the 22nd of October, and I think it goes for a month, and it's a hood, but you've got the choice of 3 styles, and then of those 3 styles there's 2 options. So I think there's a 1 or 2 coloured balaclava, hooded balaclava, 1 or 2 coloured hooded dicky, and a 1 or 2 colour hooded scarf. And I don't know which one to do, because I have kind of, but then I'm kind of like, actually I've got the pattern, I'll have the pattern, I'll be able to do all 3 if I like, or all 6 at some point. But I don't know what I want to do for this mystery knit along. The gauge, it looks like I can use my hand spun wool, and I have got a lot of hand spun, so I'm going to go and have a look at what I've got, and yeah, I'm going to have fun. I'm quite excited. We've just got the soaker hose on behind us down in the garden here. I just want to get it really wet because I'm going to plant some of the foxglove seedlings, because they're starting to get too much root happening in that seed tray. I've planted so many out. Been around and given everything a bit of a, just all the things that I've just planted, I've given them all a water because the ground's quite dry. And it was a warm day today.
Hey baby cat, I's got a baby.
She doesn't like it when you hold her the way she doesn't want to be held, but she's very cuddly. Yeah, so fish for tea again tonight. I said chicken, and I ended up putting that chicken in the fridge and let it defrost really slowly in the fridge. Because I forgot I still have fish left. So we'll have fish, and I think I'll just do fish eggs, some of that cabbage that I did a few days ago, and I might just make some oven baked wedges or something, or air fried wedges. What else was I thinking? I'd say all those clothes got a good airing in there. I might just leave them out overnight, to be honest. I don't know if I can feel like dealing with them, but then actually, I don't know. Whoops, sorry, I keep knocking that. It's my daughter's birthday tomorrow. She'll be 28, people. And should really do something with her, so I might have time in the morning to sort those clothes out in the morning. I don't know, but I'm excited about this mystery knit along. If you like, I'll find her video, her YouTube channel, and the video, and I'll put the link to that video in the description of this video. If I forget, just shout out in the comments if you really want to have a look, and I'll edit the video. Sometimes I forget. And you can have a look. Maybe you guys could do it as well. What a dick. So the clematis, it's all along here. Just Take these dead leaves off. And look at all these flowers. Oh, I'm pretty happy. Oh, look at that honesty. Oh, so simple, so pretty. You know, we might end up with some of these flowers open before the end of the vlogs. Hey, oh, look at that for a beautiful shot. I just love that. Even the cobwebs. Hi, security. Right. I have been busy. I've been going through my bag of hand spun wool, and what I've decided is this thing requires you to so you can either have one colour or do a two colour one, but I didn't have enough of my hand spun, of each skein of hand spun, for, because I think you need around 300 meters. So I thought that these two would be quite good. So this one here is a Corriedale spin. It is hand dyed by me. I dyed the wool and then I spun it. So it's got that kind of fractal look. And then this one here is not hand dyed by me. It was a packet that my mother-in-law gave me as a gift, and it is merino silk. The thing is, it's got very similar colours to this one, but just lighter. Like if you, I don't know if you can really see. So what if I treated this like a colour shifting yarn? You know, like dark going into light. I think that would be quite cool. And then I'd hold it with this, which is 200 grams of DK. So you can use anything from DK up to Aran, but if you're doing the scarf version, which I think I'll do, she says the lighter wool will give it a drapier look. So I feel like that could be my main colour and these will be my contrast. It's all very exciting. Right, I need to go and start dinner. Can you tell I'm excited? Righty-ho, tea time. That was a bit gawky, didn't it? What was I doing? Right, we're having crumbed fish, spicy wedges, homemade, eggs, and that cabbage, long-lasting pickled cabbage salad thing. So what we've got here is about 3 plates. I've got a plate of flour, lightly beaten egg, and I've got some panko breadcrumbs with a seasoning that I made myself. So that's lemon pepper. So I just dehydrated some lemon peels and then put them in a grinder with Sichuan pepper. Turn that down a bit. And salt. Right. Let's get this show on the road. So you just pop it in the flour, roll it through the egg so the egg sticks to the flour, and then the crumb sticks to the egg. One. Right. Right. Get rid of this flour. Right. Well, that's doing that. Just reuse this plate. I'm just going to put these bits of fish, they're not quite cooked right through, I'm just going to put them in the oven because I've reduced the heat in the oven to about 100 degrees Celsius just to keep everything warm. Well, still quite hot, but you know, not burning. And now, hey Digby, there's a bit more oil in there. I'll do these other two bits and then I'll cook the eggs, and then by the time the eggs are cooked, the par baking in the oven will be ready. The dog's looking at me like he thinks. You think I'm talking to you, don't you, darling? Let's come over all dark sky, black sky. Let's turn that up a little bit. Right. playing with Digger. Right, hopefully that fish cooked through. You alright?
So excited to be back.
You sound very excited.
Oh, ground fish tonight.
Ow, plate hot. Plate is hot. Here you go, mate. Hang on. Grab your fighting gear.
Oh.
Stop it.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. What's that, Dick? Oh, look at our fairy lights. Our two little lamps. Oh, they look pretty. Oh, that is going to be lovely. Yeah. Oh no, Dig, we're not playing games. He thinks that it's time to... We're not playing tennis ball. No. No, buddy. Good night, everybody.